Ready, Teddy?
Yeah.
Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with the one and only Teddy Atlas. Teddy, it's been a pleasure to see you first of all. It's an interview I wanted to do for a long time. How you doing, sir?
Good. It's a nice night, nice event for, a historic magazine, and an important night to memorialize the history of a great sport, a sport that's been around longer than any other sport, really. And unfortunately, our sport, the sport of boxing, has never done a great job of really getting the history out. There's not enough mediums, enough forums, enough platforms to get the real history of these great fighters from so many years ago out to the public, to young people, to know about these fighters and what they overcame. There's something to learn from that, what they overcame in the fight of life to get to be champions of the world back in the days, whether it was back in the turn of the century or whether it was back in the 1920s or the 30s, when fighters had as many as 200 fights sometimes and fought all the best fighters in the world, guys like Sam Langford that fought from lightweight to heavyweight and beat everybody, and what they went through, to be able to get to that, what they overcame. And again, basketball, baseball, football, all the sports in my country, in the United States, there's plenty of information on the history of those players from the past, and the young people can, they can learn. But in boxing, where is it? And that's why we need Ring Magazine. It's one of the only mediums, one of the only places where that history has been saved, that history is put out there for people to learn, and to see it now revitalized, the magazine revitalized the way it has been, with Turki Al-Sheikh taking over it and just, giving them the resources to get bigger, to recalibrate, and to continue what they've done for so many years, but to do it at even another level. It's just, history's important. It's got to be, saved by someone, and then it's got to be put out there by somebody. And that somebody, that someone, that something is Ring Magazine, for the most part, or one of the big parts in our sport.
I ask you, speaking of history, there was history made over in Saudi Arabia in the form of Oleksandr Usyk's repeat victory over Tyson Fury. Do you see anyone at heavyweight beating Oleksandr, or is it a case of age that will get him?
Yeah, Father Time is a tough opponent. He does kind of get everybody, Usyk, he's special. He does so many things so well. He can box. He's got great legs. He's got good hand speed. He puts punches together well. He can go get you. He can counter punch. He can set traps. He can fight inside, go to the body, everything. But his greatest asset is he knows how to win. He finds a way to win. He finds a way to win all the time. And he's one of, that's why that's his greatest asset. There's a talent to winning. There's a talent to being able to time and time again win. From the gold medal in the Olympics, then of course he goes into cruiserweight, solidifies all those titles, and then as a smaller heavyweight moves up and wins the heavyweight title. And then when people weren't sure whether or not it was a real thing, what's he do? He does it in another man's country, bigger man, Joshua. He beat him, and then to show it wasn't a fluke, what's he do? He does it again. And then what's he say? Let me beat a even bigger heavyweight. And he does that. And to show that wasn't an accident, does it again. The man is special. He's earned the right. He really has. He's earned the right to be called one of the greats, period. Period, not just generational, just take his place in that, in the sport of boxing as one of the greats.
You're able in those moments in between rounds to get into your fighters' minds through your vocabulary and your instruction in the ring. There was the choice made for John Fury to come out of the corner in this second fight. Turki Al-Sheikh said that he felt that he lost a little bit there, and the fight would have been different had John Fury been in there. Do you feel that John Fury could have brought that intangible, that bit of fire to Tyson to G him up and maybe make that fight closer?
I'm not into all that, please. There's too many ifs, ands, buts. Sure. This, all I know is that Usyk did what he done throughout his career. He won. He did what he had to do to win again. It was a good fight. I thought he won. I mean, you want to be. There's always a subjectivity to it, I guess. But to me, the way the criterion for boxing, he was the boss. He pressed the fight. He went to the body well. He was able to get in and take away the length of Fury when he had to. Look, Fury fought a terrific fight. He fought a better fight than he did. He improved in many ways. He was more set on his feet, more set, not just moving, more set, to catch him coming in, more set to, not allow entry so easily, where he's just moving and he's not set to punch. I thought that there was an improvement in that area, but there was an improvement with Usyk because he had to, because, he understood, he knew that, he had to be better. Look, there's so many ways to look, but one simple way. For the most part, Fury fought a good fight, fought a terrific fight, but he was throwing 1 and 2. The other guy was throwing 4 and 5. I don't know about you, but in math class, I got that part right. 4 and 5 beats 1 and 2. I think I got that part down. And look, at the end of the day, he won. He did what he does. He wins.
Last thing I want to discuss with you, look, in the UK, that creates the path forward for a fight we wanted for many years in the form of Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Is that a fight you want to see? Who do you think wins? Or do you think both are better off just to exit the sport and just enjoy their riches?
Listen, that's not going to happen. So what's the sense of talking about that? The fight will wind up happening because there's a lot of money there. And the British fans are great fans. They want to see their two guys fight in their mind for their heavyweight title. In England, in London, where it goes all the way back to Marcus de Queensberry. You guys been around a long time. You guys have great fans. Great tradition, great history. There's great fans all over the world. There's no doubt about it. But there's really great fans here. And they want to see their guy. They back their guys. They want to see. They don't care if they've lost, a few fights. They just want to see their two heavyweights in their mind for their heavyweight title. So it's going to wind up there's too much money involved. They're going to sell out Wembley, and there's too much involved to not. I think the luster has been taken off it. Yes, yeah. If I'm going to talk honestly, I don't know any other way to talk. Otherwise, you should keep your mouth shut. But luster or no luster, there'll be plenty of meaning to it for the fans here.
You pick a winner?
No, I'm not picking a winner. I just think that it'll come down to who has left more of themselves in the ring in their last several fights. I think that from a trainer's perspective, from a person who's been in the sport 50 years, as I have, that's what I look at. Every fight, especially when they get on in age, they leave a piece of themselves in the ring. Who has left more of themselves in the ring? Mentally and physically. But right now I'm talking about even more physically. Joshua has a lot to overcome, psychologically, mentally off of that loss to Dubois. But he also took a lot of heavy punches. And you can't even forget, Fury took a lot of big punches with Wilder. Terrific puncher. Terrific. And he showed his heart. He showed his intestinal footer. He showed why he's a champion, why he's special. He got off the floor, and he freaking won. But he took a lot. That doesn't disappear. That doesn't go into the air. That doesn't get evaporated. And of course, the first fight with Usyk in that 9th round, he took a lot there. So who's got more left? We're going to find out. You'll find out.
Teddy, a great place to leave it. Thank you so much for giving me the honor. Much appreciated, sir.